Hey fashionistas, it's me. I decided to do an updated skirt block video for you. Throughout the video I will show you different ways how to draft a skirt block from scratch with your own measurements. Once you have a skirt block, you can make different types of skirts like I did. These are all the tools you will need. I will link everything down below in the description. These are the measurements you will need in order to make this skirt block. If you don't know how to take these measurements, then watch this video first and come back to this video after watching the other one. Now let's get started. Draw the first line on paper. This is your total skirt length. Draw another one to the left. This line is your half hip measurement plus the amount of extra space you want between the front and back skirt panels. Draw the same lines at the bottom and on the left that are equal to the first two lines. The top line is the waistline, the bottom line the hem, and the line on the sides is the center front and the center back. We're going to start with the front panel skirt first. Mark the waist to hip measurement in the center front. Mark the mid waist in the middle. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but personally I like to do this. On the waistline and hip line, mark your quarter hip measurement and further down. Connect the marks like so. Above the hip line, make the dashes, and below the hip line, a normal straight line. Mark on this line the mid waist and the waist to hip height. Then join the marks like so. Always double check your lines to see if everything is parallel. From center front, mark your quarter waist plus 2.5 centimeters for the dart and then go up by 1 centimeter. From the previous marking, mark 1/3 of the total distance of the quarter waist measurement and the dart. Or to simplify it, you can also place a mark between 6 and 8 centimeters from the previous marking point. Then mark the dart width and place another mark in the center. This will be your center of your dart. Go down between 8 and 30 centimeters and place another mark. Complete the dart by joining all markings together. Draw a roof on the dart like so. Draw a curved line with a French curve. If you don't have a French curve, you can also draw a diagonal guideline to help you to make a curved line. And this is your hip curve. And that is done for the front skirt panel. Now moving on with the back. For the back, repeat the previous steps. Feel free to add ease on your quarter hip measurement. That can be between 1.5 and 1 centimeters, depending on your fabric type, how much ease you want. Ease allows you to walk, sit, do the split, dance, whatever you want to do in your skirt. Double check if everything is at a 90-degree angle. If not, make sure to adjust your lines. Mark your quarter waist measurement plus 3.5 centimeters for the dart. Find the midpoint between the center back and waist marking on the waistline. From there, place 2 more on each side. The middle marking will be the center of your dart. Then measure down between 9 and 40 centimeters and place another mark. Connect all markings the same way to complete the dart and don't forget to add a roof on the top. That is done for this skirt block. Now I'm going to show you how to do 2 darts, and this is for the ladies who have a pear shape, hourglass body type, and there is a lot of difference between the waist and the hip measurement, so it's useful to have 2 darts instead of only 1. Again, start by making a rectangular shape. The lines on the side is the total skirt length. The top and the bottom line is half your hip measurement plus the amount of space between the skirt panels. Add marks of the quarter hip measurement, including ease on the waistline, hip and hemline. Draw a dashed line above the hip line and below the hip line a straight line. From center front, mark your quarter waist measurement plus 3 centimeters for the dart again. You can add more if you need to. Then split that distance in half. Place on each side a new mark. This is the dart width. Measure down between 8 and 13 centimeters and add a new mark. Join all marks. You can also make a curved line instead of a straight line for the dart, so feel free to experiment with that. Go up by 1 centimeter. You can do a little bit higher if you need to, such as 1.5. Then finish the skirt with a French curve again on the waistline and on the side to create a hip curve. Now onto the back. Again, repeat the previous steps. Mark your quarter waist measurement plus between 2.5 and 5.5 centimeters. Divide the distance into 3 sections. The amount you have added for the dart, spread it in both darts. Usually the dart that is closer to the center back is wider, but you can also make both darts even in width. Go up by between 1 centimeter and 1.5 centimeter. Make a diagonal line starting from the center back to the mark above the waistline. This way the darts will be at an angle. Make the dart on the left between 10 and 15 centimeters long. The dart on the right between 9 and 13 centimeters long. Then finish the rest of the skirt the same way as shown before. And now you have a front and back skirt pattern. If you have questions, leave it in the comments. Add seam allowance all the way around except in the center front. Add the grain line. Be sure to label your pattern. I promise you, after making more patterns or you want to use it after some time, you will forget what the pattern is for. So be sure to label your pattern. Add on your pattern piece the name of the pattern piece, cutting instructions, and you can also add the date, if you have added seam allowance or not, the type of fabric. If you think the hip curve is too sharp, you can adjust the curve or you can make the dart bigger of that skirt panel. Be sure that both side seams are equal or almost equal. Double check that as well before you cut the pattern, so measure the side seam. Tag me on Instagram if you want to share your skirt blog with me. If you like the video, share this video on Pinterest, and I will see you in the next video. Doei doei!